So, Rev, explain again, what you just explained to me.
I will explain it to you, John. I was at a football match on Saturday.
Shocking.
As I frequently am. Worked out that I've been to nearly 200 Gillingham matches.
Yes, I think I saw your tweet.
In my life.
Actually, I didn't know whether to be impressed or
Baffled.
well, sad for you.
Well, one of each.
Okay.
One of each is fine. Equal parts.
Little from column A.
Equal parts. Anyway, I was at a football match on Saturday, and my team were 2-0 down. 2 goals to 0, for those of you who don't speak the Liga. We were playing terribly.
Okay.
I mean terribly. No hope of getting a result. And all of a sudden, we get a penalty.
Gasp.
Shock horror. And it's a foul inside the penalty area. So you had a free shot from 12 yards out.
Yes.
It's the simple explanation.
Yeah, that is where the bad guys have injured one of your...
Correct.
Your
Not
heroes,
well, fouled.
if you will.
Fouled.
Oh, fouled.
Not necessarily injured.
They've done something wrong.
They've done something
and now they
to
must
be penalised. They must pay the penalty, if you will.
Oh, I see. So then you get a free
shot on
essentially.
Goal. From 12 yards.
From 12 yards.
We scored it.
Oh, that's good.
Back in the game.
Bravo.
2-1 down.
Okay.
Within 5 minutes, we have another penalty.
Gasp.
It's come out of nowhere. Anyway, the same player scores again.
Wow.
2-2. Unbelievable scenes.
Why did they why did they send him in? Was he just for best man?
He takes the penalties.
He's just a penalty guy.
He's the penalty taker, so yeah, it's just the way it happened to go.
He's your boy.
And less than 5 minutes later, we get yet another penalty.
Okay.
3 penalties in one game, all within the space of 10 minutes.
Which, there's a stat.
There's a stat. It's the first... Well, he scored.
Okay, yeah, that's most
he
important.
Scored,
yeah.
and we won the game, unbelievably. I've been to, as I said, nearly 200 Gillingham games, and that's right up there with one of the very best. And that's the reason I go.
Would you have been
games like Saturday?
How heartbroken would you have been if you had missed that? Like
it would have. We didn't deserve anything, so if we had drawn, we'd have probably been satisfied or pleased, if you like. But to win it was craziness. So I'm down the front, jumping in with the players. It's good fun.
So what you said that is the first time.
It's the first time since 1957.
1957.
That in an English professional football match, the same player has scored 3 penalties in one game.
So does that mean it's happened in Wales?
It's happened in Spain, I think.
Oh, okay.
I think Ronaldo's done it for Real Madrid, which is a different ball game.
So you were Gillingham.
I support Gillingham. For my sins.
You were playing as Gillingham that day.
I'm Gillingham.
And who were the opponents?
Scunthorpe United.
Now,
the Titans of Scunthorpe.
Now, I have to ask. 3 penalties in 10 minutes. Were they playing dirty?
Not particularly. One was a foul. He just sort of bundled into him. The second one was handball, and the third one he tripped him. But I think they'd sort of lost their heads by then. I think they were all dazed and confused.
Sorry, and what kind of time into the game?
This was the first penalty was 77 minutes.
Wow. Okay.
So there were only 13 minutes to go.
So even I know that's
late in the game.
That's late in the game. Yeah.
We were 2-0 down from the 72nd minute, but we were losing from like the 4th minute.
Wow. And
we scored the winner in the 86th.
And this was away. This was in Scum.
This was at Gillingham.
Oh, it was at Gillingham. Oh, grand home territory.
So yeah, it was awesome.
I can imagine.
Top five Gillingham games.
So
it doesn't happen very often. I spend thousands of pounds and I've travelled thousands of miles following that football club.
If it's okay, a bit of role play. Imagine you are the Scunthorpe manager.
Sure. Graham Alexander. That's his name.
10 points.
Thank you.
What do you say to your team after that?
I think. Well, it's a tricky one.
Well,
you either rant and rave at them,
or
you just say nothing. There's not really an in between. Give them the silent treatment.
So it's a bit like parenting.
A bit.
Yeah.
A bit. They've been very naughty boys.
Because I was going to say, like, do you say to them, guys, that was utter clown shoes, and I'm now going to beat the living hell out of you?
If it had been the other way round,
right,
I'd have gone apeshit.
Okay.
Frankly,
if you were the manager of,
even in my current role as Gillingham fan,
I see. Yeah.
I'd have gone mad
because my thinking was, is that such a freak occurrence?
Oh, it's that I've never known anything like that happen in any football match.
That was almost my reasoning. Like, is it almost not worth getting angry about because it's so weird? Or they were playing sloppy.
They were masters of their own downfall, though, because they were cruising 2-0 up. we were playing like a bunch of fools, frankly. Deserved to be 2-0 down. And that's the thing, it just came out of nowhere. It's not as if we were playing well. It just came out of completely nowhere. To win that game in that manner, that's, when I say it a lot, if this happened, that happened, I think my head would explode. And that's one of those situations.
Were you alone at the time? Did you travel to the game alone?
No, I was with 5 friends.
So you had a support network.
We had a support network. We were all in it together. But I was down the front, as I say, after the third goal. The
thing is,
I abandoned them.
I have witnessed you in peak Gillingham revel.
Yeah, it was something special Saturday. Really something special.
So, I feel almost an investment in
very, very nearly.
I very nearly care about...
You've got a dividend.
Indeed, yeah. I have... Yeah, okay. I don't have an investment, but I can see it from here.
Yes.
In Gillingham. Because of you, and you've I've been to several games with you. I've been to...
you've stopped that now, which I don't blame you for.
Wouldn't, thank you. But I'm happy for Gillingham.
Thank you.
Was this a little boost that Gillingham needed?
Very much so.
Oh, indeed.
Well, we've on a horrendous run for about 4 months. We've won 3 of our last 4 games now.
Okay.
So that's good.
Okay, no, I am genuinely interested. This is not traditionally a football podcast.
No, it is now.
But
this episode.
Okay, so give me a bit of a context here, because we saw Gillingham in the playoffs.
We sure did.
The League 2 playoffs.
Correct.
And I'm just going to break it down.
We were at Wembley.
Okay, now, for the sake of our listeners,
yes.
who I do not imagine...
Do you not think they're experts on Gillingham?
I don't
You
insult...
might be selling them short, John.
I don't insult them, but I'm going to make a sweeping assumption here that they're not football followers.
No. So, and certainly not Gillingham followers.
It's like a Venn diagram. There's a sweet spot in the middle. But you've got... What have you got? You've got 4 major leagues, if you will,
England,
in English football.
Yes.
So you have the Premiership, the Championship, League 1, League 2.
Very good.
And if a team does very well, if a team gets into the top 4?
It depends which league.
Okay, but if they finish the season at the top or near the top, they get to go into the playoff.
Or they go up automatically.
Oh, sorry, they go up.
So if we'll use this as a rule of thumb, the top 2 go up automatically, and then one of the next 4 go into the playoffs,
and they are promoted to the league above.
Yes,
and at the same time, the losers,
the teams again, let's say it's 3 teams from the division above would come down.
Yes, so
relegated is the term.
So the top leagues are not getting increasingly bigger.
No. It would be chaos.
It would be madness. But then the 3rd and 4th best in the league have to fight it out.
Yeah,
in a special game.
In the playoffs, it would be 3rd versus 6th, and 4th versus 5th.
Oh,
over 2 games, so they play home and away.
Yeah.
And whoever wins those... Aggregate.
Yes.
Whoever wins those will play the final at Wembley, which is the game you went to.
Yes,
when we saw Shrewsbury.
So, and you were promoted to League 1?
Yes.
And what year was that?
That was 2009.
Okay, so... Oh, wow.
I know, yeah.
Okay.
Nearly 8 years ago.
That's terrifying. Okay, so, in a nutshell, how have Gillingham done since then?
We're around mid-table.
Okay.
We were League 1.
Oh, so you're still in League 1?
Well, we went up, then came back down, then went up again.
Okay. So yeah.
This season's not been brilliant. We are about 16th at the time of recording out of 24 teams.
Because when I browse my Twitter profile, I want to say it's like 99% comics and people getting angry about comics. And then there's you getting angry about football.
Yes, I do get angry about it. Very angry.
You get angry with...
I get angry because I care.
I was going to say, you have the anger of a true fan. I think.
It's ingrained within me, anger.
It would be hard to hate something you didn't care
there's a very fine line between love and hate.
So it's not been a great season.
No, it's been awful.
And I understand you're not a massive fan of the manager?
Correct. No.
Oh,
well, we sacked our previous manager because we weren't doing particularly well. But then we've employed a clown on the back of that, frankly.
He's honest to goodness clown.
He's not, yeah. Coco, his name is. He's not cut out for the job, and I can't see him being with Gillingham beyond this season.
I see.
And if he is, then I shall be asking some very serious questions.
But could this be the shock outcome?
Even if we won every game between now and the end of the season, I still wouldn't want him in charge next season.
If you did win every game from now until the end of the season, how would you be doing?
We wouldn't be anywhere. We'd be sort of 10th, maybe.
Oh, okay.
But we were hoping to do a little better this year.
It is interesting.
So there you go. So that was good. That was my weekend. I've just about recovered from that, and it's Tuesday now.
I can imagine, the emotional high must be utterly
it was great. I couldn't stop laughing for about half an hour after the game. It was incredible.
You had I think you had one of those typically lovely coach rides home.
I love those coach rides. I love getting those hangovers that I so often get during the coach ride home.
Speaking of hangovers, welcome everyone.
Hello, welcome to the podcast.
A new episode of Big Punch Classic.
That was a good prologue, wasn't it? That?
It was good. Trying something a little different, a cold open.
Yes,
if you will.
It was good, wasn't it?
Was it like in is it movies or I'm having a brain fart now? Like the idea of like a Simpsons episode always had that's a good example. Simpsons episodes, the classics, would always start
at the end of a news report or something.
Or it would always open with like a brief little story which had nothing to do with the plot. It'd be something like I don't know, Homer takes up plumbing. I'm paraphrasing now, but would flood the house. They have to move out for a week.
And then kickstarts the story.
That was our cold open.
There you go. I liked it. It was good. No one expected it to be football from the start.
No.
So there you go.
You get it all in a show.
It's an eclectic programme, although we often talk about films and other things.
Well, you are, of course, freshly returned from...
Refreshed and freshly returned.
From Loch Ness, and you've brought gifts.
I've brought gifts for you and me. Well, actually, Liz bought these as a birthday present.
Oh, and...
For me. Well...
Are you okay sharing them?
I said these are for you and me to drink during recording.
That's okay. So you've dropped a little spoiler there.
Oh yes, sorry. It's a drink. Yes, it's a beverage.
I would love a hot drink of Scottish
I would love
shortbread.
a hot drink of whatever we are drinking.
Well, would you like to give us a little bit of setting?
Yes, I went to Scotland.
Oh my!
As listeners to the previous show will recall, or won't, maybe not. I went to Scotland for a week. It was very nice. Me and Liz went. To celebrate my birthday, partially.
Is that your first holiday away together?
If you don't count the couple of days we had in London.
I don't.
Okay, fine. Then yes. Then yes, it was. And it was very nice. We went to Edinburgh, met up with some old family members, which was lovely. Then, go on, you're going to ask me something.
No, I just said, it's not all about you, Rev.
Okay, go on. You're going to tell me a story about you. No, I was sending you photos of... Places we had been when we went to Edinburgh, and you didn't remember any of them.
Which is probably good, actually. Edinburgh was messy. No, what I was going to say is that I think Lucy and our first holiday away together was in Edinburgh.
There you go.
Yeah,
and you've stayed together.
Not counting.
That's a good omen.
The few weekends we did in London.
There you go.
You see?
Fine. Well, we're so similar, aren't we? In a lot of ways.
Yeah.
We're both big Gillingham fans. So then we went from Edinburgh to Loch Ness.
Indeed.
And we had a lovely hotel called the Clansman Hotel.
Oh.
Yeah, I know, right?
With a K?
No, thankfully.
Oh, jeez.
It's that kind of hotel. With a C. Curly C. And we had a lovely view of the loch.
Oh.
It was very nice. And we did the tour and the boat and the cruise and whatever, and it was very nice. And then on my birthday, we went to a whiskey distillery. Woo!
Gasp.
Which was called the Tomartin Distillery.
Was that on or near Loch Ness, or was that
it was the other side of Inverness, which is only about half hour down the road. So we went there. It was really good because apparently there's not much call at 1 p.m. on a Thursday in March for whiskey tours.
When is peak whiskey?
It's a good question, but apparently that's not it.
Okay.
So we got a private tour of the distillery.
Private dance.
Which was pretty cool. And then we went to a tasting.
Ooh.
And I was given 7 different whiskies to try. And by the end, I felt quite drunk.
And Liz was driving.
Liz was driving, thankfully. Mercifully.
Yeah, no, I don't mean that from a responsible point of view. I mean that from a... Liz was driving.
Liz was driving.
So you had to...
exactly. Well, Liz was able to take them away with her. Mm-hmm. Although she didn't like them, so I had them twice. Just fine. So yeah, and that's what I brought with me.
Oh,
I bought 2 little samples of Tomartin whiskey. One's the Legacy. You're holding the 14-year.
I certainly am. What's higher ranked, Legacy or 14-year?
The one you're holding is higher ranked. The Legacy is 3 to 10.
So we should start with the Legacy.
Yes, I would say so. Yes.
So I'm just gonna, describe it.
Go. Yes.
It's a little singlet.
I'm going to pick up the Legacy while you're talking.
It's a diddly little bottle. It's quite charming. It's got a seductive little curve there on the glass. This is the worst unboxing video you've ever seen.
It's
a glassing.
It's a glassing.
Somebody's going to get glassed pretty severely.
That's fighting talk.
The 14-year is a little darker.
That was my favourite of the 7. Well, no, that's not true. It was my second favourite of the 7 because he gave me a 30-year because it was my birthday.
Wow.
My God, that was smooth.
I can imagine.
Oh, that was lovely.
Because there was a time when you weren't really a whiskey
fan. On that trip to Edinburgh you and I had, I downed it because I hated the taste.
Yeah, because I think...
That was just famous grouse or something,
which is not really whiskey.
Which is, it is what it is.
Dirty gin.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think the 14-year is a bit darker.
Yeah, that's obviously been in the barrel longer. And it will say on the label what it's been casked in.
Oh.
Or what barrel it's been in. Because they basically make them in barrels that have previously had port and gin and various other things.
Sherry. As well. Because I'm a bit of a whiskey drinker, and I quite like... Oh, this is terrible now. I think I quite like Grant's. But Grant's did... like a little signature series.
Oh, yeah.
So they would do variants on it, and they did like an ale cask.
Oh, right, yeah.
One, and they did a sherry.
It's amazing how much it's amazing how much I think it changes the flavour.
I remember as a kid.
But then maybe that's a silly thing to say.
Do you remember Tomorrow's World?
I certainly do, yes.
I remember seeing, long before I was of an age to drink whiskey, I remember seeing a little thing about how they believed at the time, kind of mid-90s, and clearly it hasn't happened, they were going to run out of barrels to make whiskey in.
That's a strange thing to say.
Yeah, well, no, good barrels.
Oh, right, fine.
Because it's like...
Well, they had a barrelman there.
A barrelman.
Whatever he was called. Well, the good thing about Tomartin whiskey, of which I am now a patron...
TM.
Patron TM. They all live there at the distillery. There's a little village.
Oh.
It's like a drunken village of the damned. And they've all lived there for like generations. I was saying there's people who work there who probably have never left Inverness. Probably never.
Is it a bit like was it Cadbury's built a whole village around the chocolate factory?
Yeah.
And everybody grew up working in the factory.
It's a pretty cool place though. I'd say that going there was my highlight of the week. It was really good. It was really
seminal Scottish experience.
Seminal moment. But it was really interesting. Well, walking through it.
Tell me if I'm right then, because my understanding is that you can make a basic alcohol out of pretty much anything. You make a mash, which is what they call it. Yeah.
Well, it's got what did it have in it? Not much, like water and
you're essentially making like beer.
Yeah.
And then it's for distilling process.
Well, he had me put my head in a vat at one point and goes, "Have a good sniff in there." And I did, because I'm stupid. And it's that feeling of, when you get Coca-Cola up your nose.
Yeah.
It was just like that, but like 20 times more intense.
So it would be pretty much like pure CO2.
Exactly then, that, yes. And he said, never do anything a Scottish person tells you to unless they do it first.
Very wise.
So I learned my lesson there.
Very wise. But it's like most alcohol you make is essentially vodka. So when you make a spirit, it's just a clear alcohol.
And then it's flavoured or whatever.
And whiskey gets this distinctive brown colour. Yeah. It's like gin. I didn't realise that you can make gin in 40 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because
potato gin.
Yeah, gin is just vodka flavoured.
Yeah.
And by vodka, I mean, obviously, just
they had a lot of
alcohol.
Juniper bushes nearby. Juniper berries in gin are tremendous, if you like gin.
Because juniper is, of course, the basic flavour of gin.
But it enhances the flavour of the gin and all that.
I've heard there is a gin...
Something pretentious like that.
There is a gin bar in London.
Is there?
Where they have all the piping for the gin open, exposed in the bar. And the idea is that they have a big vat of essentially vodka.
It's all the same. It's all the same stuff.
They've essentially made vodka, which is a starting point. And then you go, well, what do you want? What flavour do you want your gin to be?
Yeah.
So you add the various spices, and it's pressurised.
And then it comes
you
up.
can see it go like Willy Wonkering through the pipes, and then gin comes out the other side.
Lovely.
Because it's only the infusion of flavour that makes it gin.
There you go.
So,
I like gin.
But my point is, like, the distinctive, lovely golden brown colour of whiskey
Comes from the barrel.
only comes from a barrel. So they genuinely believed in the 90s that because that is a second-hand flavour and colour,
I see what you mean.
They were going to run out of sherry barrels. They were going to run out of...
That'd be a nightmare, wouldn't it?
Well, it would be a nightmare. And I think they were pioneering some technology to, like, artificially age wood barrels. So making a fresh one and then kind of, like, microwaving it and doing all this stuff to it to create whiskey.
You'd notice.
I think you would.
Discerning whiskey drinkers... I wouldn't. Discerning whiskey drinkers would, I feel.
It is beautiful.
Now that I'm an expert on whiskey...
Do you remember we went to... you and I went to a bar in Cheltenham.
We probably did, yes.
Lily Gins.
Yes, it's still open.
Gins.
Still exists.
And you offered to buy a round, which was very kind because it was very expensive.
It was an expensive round.
It's a cocktail bar, but I was like, no, I'm going to have a whiskey. And I remember looking at the old selection. And, you've got a proper bartender, haven't you, with like the waistcoat and everything.
Very professional.
A mixologist. And I go, I think I'll have a whiskey. Actually,
that'll be £10.
And it was about about 10 quid. And it looks up, and he's got like some Lafrague, which I hadn't had before. But I looked at it; it was like single malt, and I was like, that'll be good. And like, I'll have a double of Lafrague.
I have a double,
please,
on my round.
And he looked at me and he said, "Are you sure, sir? It is very smoky." I was like, just pour.
Just pour the whiskey.
Just pour.
And Shut up and pour it.
It was delightful.
Yeah.
Anyway, should we...
Let's crack open... I'll crack open this one first.
Yeah, so...
This is the Legacy.
I'll keep talking if you want to pour.
And I'll come off mic for a second.
So the idea is that we have...
look at that.
We have little kind of single portion bottles of whiskey here.
Apparently you're supposed to smell it and all that. You smell
I'll have a smell. Okay, so... pour it, but we can smell it from the glasses each, yeah.
That's a good idea.
So this is the Legacy. Mm-hmm. It is a paler one, maybe like the colour of...
Not aged as much.
Colour of maybe mead or slightly watery urine, shall we say? I think if you... no, it's all right. I'll go. It's fine.
Pour a bit in there.
We're just trying to get the portions right. Oh, don't spill it.
Don't spill
Oh my
whiskey.
God, it's on the floor. Lick it up.
See, I'm an expert now. I know how to not spill whiskey that much.
Ooh, I smell it already.
It smells nice, eh?
Okay.
And you're supposed to hold it up to the light.
Okay.
Apparently, I don't know what.
If you got your whiskey,
how oil it is.
If you have your whiskey ready at home, everyone.
Yes. Play along at home.
Well, now a lot of purists say
don't want to encourage alcoholism. Don't drink too much if you can help it.
Never drink. It's terrible.
Oh, do you drink?
Oh yeah,
but just not
in company.
Not all the yeah. Don't drink alone in the dark. That much.
Grand.
If you can help.
The lights are on and we have company.
Yes,
it's fine.
We're fine. We're good.
We're
in separate rooms. We do this on Skype.
The lights are on the monitor. There are no lights on in the room. Now, purists will tell you don't put ice in whiskey. However, I'd like to refute that because I occasionally do like ice in whiskey. And I have it on good authority. The guy who wrote a book about whiskey, so it must be true, said it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, well... In Scotland, whiskey with water is a very commonplace. And we tried... I did. I tried it with water and without.
Yes.
Or the other way around. And some of them were nicer with.
Yes, no, you see, because it's not just a case of... It's not like you're just diluting it.
No, you're adding something to it.
And you add the and you get the different convection currents.
Yes,
and
exactly.
They're all kind of swirling. So should we do the sniff?
We'll do the sniff.
Okay.
And you can tell me what you're getting.
Ooh. Oh my, that's
it's a fruity aroma.
That's rather nice. Are you getting fruit?
I did get fruit. The guide. There's a photo of him which I'll put on Twitter or something. With us in the barrel room. He was showing us around. He was very knowledgeable and all this, and he told us eventually in the tasting room that he was 18. I was like, I nearly told him to F off because I couldn't believe he was 18.
What did he look?
He looked older.
Wow.
He was huge. He was built like a brick. You know what else?
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't believe he was 18.
Old beyond his...
and wise.
Could be like 18 generations.
Yeah, that's probably what they mean, yeah.
Well preserved up there. Okay, you know what? Yeah, I am getting fruit, actually. I think you have to train your nostrils a little bit, because I enjoy the smell of whiskey. I wouldn't say I'd be able to discern every single flavour.
No, far from it.
No, it is kind of fruity. Floral.
Floral.
I'm getting some floral
Maybe
notes,
that's what I
actually.
said. I can't remember now. I was trying to think what I'd said.
It smells a bit like a late summer evening, and you've got the windows open, and I'm sneezing
Perhaps the
uncontrollably.
12th of May.
Because my body hates me, and
Yeah,
stop it. I'm allergic to every form of pollen.
Stop it.
That's very nice indeed.
So there we are.
Well, should we progress?
Should we have a drink? Yes. Cheers.
Did he have any tips on the slurping or
Don't down it, but I don't
Okay.
think you would anyway.
Grand. Okay, well, here we go.
Cheers. All the best.
Cheers. Wow.
There you go.
Oh, it kicks like a mule. That one. I'm going to go for a quick sip, second sip.
Feels nice and warm though.
Oh, it is warming.
It's warming.
Ooh, I like
43%.
it. I'm crying here. It's clearly good. I'm
crying with joy.
Yeah, there's a.
This is the moment you will realise the podcast starts to go downhill.
Yeah, I'm looking. Yeah, we'll put a pin in it at this moment. Yeah, wow. That is a primal.
Discernible whiskey. But I'd never heard of Tomatin before I went there.
I've never heard of Tomatin.
No, exactly.
No.
There you go. I've never heard of it outside of Inverness and Loch Ness, where they also had bits and bobs on sale.
Where they were drinking it
Where
constantly.
they were drinking it like it was water.
I spoke to the captain of that boat, and he, when he finally,
He said he'd seen multiple Loch Ness monsters that day.
and from under the table, he said that it was fantastic. That's really nice. That has, I like simple flavors. I like kind of, I like plain stuff. Like
My favourite flavour.
a plain digestive biscuit.
A nice vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, I like my toast bland. I like my coffee black, and I like my whiskey kind of pure, unadulterated.
They had a barrel there that was there since the 60s, or has been there since the 60s,
Wow,
and will sell for 10 grand a bottle.
really?
Mm-hmm.
This is the thing I can't get my head around, because that's not an infinite resource.
No.
That barrel's not going to magically refill itself.
Well, they'd have to start again and wait another whatever years.
But I imagine like they're
Many
constantly kind of
Well, they had a barrel for every year,
yeah.
except 86.
So
He asked, what's your birth year? 86. That's the only year we don't have.
crying out loud, yeah. So there must be a significant proportion of people who were born in '86 who've got on.
They
whiskey
actually
tours.
said, yeah, quite a few of the recent people were all born in 86.
Clearly, we are
We're that age, aren't we?
We're of an age where we're trying to.
We're interested in how things are made.
It's don't want to say nourishing. What is it? It's
Satisfying.
I feel like a levee which is being shored up against. Work with me.
A boat that's being anchored.
I've been reinforced.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I feel sturdy.
Good. No, that's good.
I feel like a giant foundation pole has been driven deep into my core. You could build upon me. I feel
Oh, no.
great. I'm gonna have a lie down. I feel wonderful.
That's the end of this week's podcast.
Yeah, that's a.
Good whiskey. It's proper whiskey.
I stand by my earlier statement. I think that is a primal whiskey. That's got a punch to it.
Yes.
I like it.
Screw the water.
So should we hang on? Should we describe some of what's on the label?
You've got it in your hand.
Okay, so apparently a bourbon and virgin oak cask.
Which means, I think it was Jim Beam barrels they use.
Really?
Yes.
So an American
bourbon.
one kind of filtering back.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And by virgin oak, I guess they mean like oak that hasn't
Yeah, just
been used in.
I think it's a blend. So they do the 2 barrels and they blend them after, say, 2 years. I don't know.
Now I'm going to say something shameful. Now
Go on.
it's a single malt. Does that not mean it's not a blend?
I don't know.
Am I an idiot? Like, am I?
I'm sure that's what he said, but I might be wrong.
No, but this is the thing. I want to
look that up.
I want to get it right in my head.
Yeah.
That, I'm sure our kind of absent third host, Holton, would be able to inform us.
I doubt that.
Were he here?
I doubt that.
He drinks the whiskey.
I'm seeing him this week.
Oh, really?
Well, that's another point of conversation.
Of course you are. Yeah, he's down for
Well, you might be as well if you come out.
The thing is, it's a convention.
Oh.
This is always the problem. Like, if I'm not
Where
working
are you this weekend,
or I'm not,
John?
we're going to Birmingham.
Are you really?
Listen to the enthusiasm in my
You
voice.
sound very up for it.
It's
Don't commit this to tape unless you really want to.
it's all right. It's a quiet show. I think the March one will actually be better.
Yes.
We do like the November one. Or we did the November
They
one.
do too, do they?
Yeah. It's
see.
almost not worth us being there, to be honest. But no, we're doing the Birmingham one at the NEC this weekend. So that'll be fine. That'll be
Lovely.
nice. But maybe I'll try and join you in the evening.
Well, yes. Come in the evening. We'll all be incredibly drunk by then. We are, of course, referring to Cheltenham Races.
The Cheltenham Races.
The Cheltenham Festival.
It's
exciting.
I get the train to and from work. Every available surface at the train station, every available surface is covered in William Hill advertising.
Yes, I would imagine so.
I would actually commend them because it's not even like, oh, they slap posters everywhere. Like, you go up the stairs at the station, there is a dividing wall, no thicker than one brick.
And that's got advertising on it.
They have got bespoke advertising, which is
Nice.
like a metre high and 4 inches wide.
You've got to respect that.
You have to. I mean, you've got to admire the determination. Like
The creative team.
every turnstile, every plane on the turnstile, like every angle has a different sticker or thing on it with a tip or a
Something, yeah.
text here to get some deal. I don't know. We'll give you a new horse or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
New racehorse.
And I got off a train coming home today. What? Not.
Everyone was drunk.
Well, no, because again, people coming into Cheltenham at 5 p.m, that's not really a thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it took us ages to get into the station. Simply, they were trying to beat the crowds back
Yeah.
to let...
That's the drunk people.
That is the drunk people,
Yeah.
A lot of policemen
I'm not surprised.
at the station.
I'm not surprised.
Actually, there's a police car pulling out of the estate just before you turned up.
Oh, dear.
I have,
In an unrelated incident.
I have an observation. Speaking as a man who wears a hoodie...
Oh, yes.
I
noticed you're wearing a hoodie.
I'm wearing a hoodie right now. But speaking as a man who has been wearing a hoodie the last few weeks or so because it's been cold, walking to and from work, I walk along a darkened footpath. It has occurred to me that in the dark, I might look a bit threatening.
Oh.
I have an observation.
Yes.
Cheltenham Races is the one week of the year when you are more scared to meet people in three-piece suits than you are to meet people in hoodies. They're unpredictable.
Oh, they are. Well, we know all too well after
indeed,
what happened a few years ago.
No,
not that I want to turn anyone off to the idea of this festival, which is by and large is excellent.
Yeah, I mean,
just unfortunately, one year our friend got assaulted.
Yes, because historically I've always managed because it coincides with your birthday.
Yes, indeed,
and how many years now? Like 5 or 6 years.
This
in a
might
row?
be the 6th. We've gone on the Friday. We go on the Friday, which is Gold Cup Day.
So everybody amasses in Cheltenham.
It's around. It's usually about 10 to 15 of us.
They crash on your floor, or
they do.
Snows. Everyone gets dressed up to the nines.
Yes,
and you go out to the races.
We do,
and it's very convenient if you live in Cheltenham.
Absolutely,
and you want to go because you can just walk down or get a bus or whatever. And I've always been working. Or I know last year I was very ill. Or as I mentioned,
you were going to come, weren't you? And
I was going to come, and then
you were ill. Yeah,
I was super ill. Yeah, but now I have no appendix, so it's great.
There you go! Hooray!
Hooray!
Cheers!
And what happened? Oh yeah, I joined you one evening.
You joined us on the Thursday.
Yeah, was it the Thursday
slightly less rampant of the 2 evenings?
No, I was going to say when the night.
Oh no, that was a different year.
Injured, yeah,
that was a different year.
I assume that's what we're talking about.
Yes, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah,
but that was a different year.
So I think I joined you that evening.
Oh, you did?
I did, yeah.
Now I remember.
Yeah, and it was all. I think I left it a good time.
That was a weird year because there were a load of fights in Cheltenham that year.
Yeah, it was just a bit leery.
I kept hearing of fights, and unfortunately, Jolly, our friend, got caught up in one, or was unprovoked. Yeah. He didn't provoke anyone and was basically headbutted in the face.
No, because would you say Jolly is a lovely guy?
Yes, indeed.
He's genuinely. Doesn't have he's not the kind of guy who would ever do anything.
He wouldn't start
violent.
a fight.
No, certainly not.
He would certainly defend you to the death.
Yeah, he's a good one
if you required him to.
But you guys were having a good night. I came and joined you for a bit, but you guys have been at it all day.
We were quite drunk.
Yeah, you were quite drunk. You had like 12 or so hours on me when it came to drinking.
It's very hard to catch up.
It's very hard to catch up. So I stayed for a few hours, had some drinks, had a good time, and I said, "Carry on, guys.
This has been lovely.
I'm going to head off." And as I was leaving, I just felt I left at a good time. Like there was an odd atmosphere in the pub.
Yeah.
And then...
Well, this was a different pub we actually went to where this incident occurred.
Oh, well.
This was a club. But no, generally that year I heard about a lot of things going on. We've not had any incidents since then. It's just everyone's drunk.
But Johnny was ultimately...
He was headbutted and he lost a tooth.
Wow.
Or he cracked a tooth anyway.
That's pretty horrible.
Yeah, it wasn't very nice. So we ended up giving statements to the police. But the club, which is now closed down, boo-hoo, wasn't very particularly helpful. I'm pretty sure they knew the people who did it.
Yeah.
But they didn't do much about it.
Well, do you get the impression they were locals or kind of out-of-towners?
I don't know. I just got the feeling they knew who it was and they weren't willing to help very much.
Yeah, well, to be fair, do they want that? Do they want a conviction on their property?
That was a shame. That was a bad year. But we've had a very good time every other year.
Yeah. We, when did we all met up for like a meal a few months ago?
Yes, that was after the races.
But not the Gold Cup.
No, that was a different one. That was November. That was just a quieter one.
Yeah.
It's good though.
How many times are the races happening throughout the year? Like
loads. It's like 6 or 7 meets.
So what prompted you to go to that one?
Well, this is the biggest one. This has always been very big.
Obviously the Gold Cup.
Oh, the November one, big one. Well, we were talking about because it was university people, and we said, "Oh, let's go to the races." Because normally it's a boys' day inverted commas, the Gold Cup, but this time it was a free for all. And everyone came, and it was good.
It was nice.
It was nice.
And of course...
We were drunk at that as well.
Everything everything in Cheltenham is booked up over the race period, be it...
well, it's much bigger than it's ever been, the race course in general.
What, like just now? This year?
Yeah, structurally it's bigger, and in terms of reputation, it's bigger than it's ever been.
Oh, right. Yeah,
so there's loads of people. Town is going to be carnage this week.
Well, it always is.
It's a big bubble. Because Cheltenham's not a big place, really.
No.
But it's such a bubble this week. Unless you're part of it, it's horrible, I think.
The biggest town that isn't a city in the UK.
Is that right?
I'm often told. I don't know if it's true.
I need to look that up. But I doubt that's true.
I think it might be true.
I'm going to look that up.
Because you think of like Cheltenham, it's pretty much a city.
Gloucester's a city and Cheltenham's a town. I think Cheltenham's bigger than Gloucester.
Yeah.
In terms of the centre.
That's my thinking.
But Gloucester has a cathedral.
Yeah, but that's such like an arbitrary... Like having a cathedral nowadays.
I'm going to look that up because that would be interesting.
It sounds like a stat,
to me
doesn't
anyway.
It? Yeah.
Because I live in Cheltenham.
But what's the smallest... pop quiz. What's the smallest city?
Smallest city?
In the UK.
Preston?
No, I actually think like...
St David's?
Yes. There we go. And we've been to St. David's.
There. Yeah. That's yeah.
St. David's, for our many, many, many international listeners, is practically a tiny little village almost. It's barely a town.
It's basically a bus stop.
Essentially, yeah. But in Pembrokeshire, in south of Wales. And
we went there. I've been there twice, actually.
It's a very nice place. I used to have some family holidays back there. But yeah, it's only a city by virtue of the fact it has a cathedral.
Yes.
But what are we talking about? Oh, it's Whisky's good.
It's Whisky's nice, isn't it?
So what I was trying to say is like every hotel gets booked up.
Months in advance.
People turn their houses in. People rent
out
their
We
houses.
know someone who does that.
Week,
we won't say his name in case there's any burglars listening.
I bumped into him in the supermarket at the weekend.
The person in question?
Oh,
yes. Lovely.
I asked how he'd felt after your surprise party.
Oh, yes, we haven't talked about that yet.
Which might be a thing to talk about.
We'll get back to that.
He was very merry. Not the day after. He was very merry at the party.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
He nicked all my rum.
I think he said he felt quite bad.
Good.
Following.
Good.
The monster.
Yeah. So yeah, basically this week it's a good time. We have a good time, and I'm excited for Friday. But before that, I hate being in town. I hate working in town during the week.
Oh, it's horrible
because you have to sort of modify what you do around the crowds.
You could hear him. You could hear him coming in on the tide, like even at the weekend.
Yeah,
it was beginning.
I love going. It's awesome, and it's good for the town. But yeah, it's like
a horrible nightmare.
It's carnage.
Yeah.
It's chaos. Especially when you're sober and you're walking through it.
Oh, entirely. Yeah. No, I mean, because it's pretty full on. Like they get on it quite early. And
we'll be one of this mob on Friday.
At the same time, like
part of this.
Speaking
mob.
As one of the more sober members of a group.
Oh.
He said holding a whiskey.
Yes.
You guys are never leery. Oh, well, no. Let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
You can be loud.
Yes.
But at the same time, there's not a violent member of the group.
Well, everyone likes having a nice time in our group.
Yeah, no, I think we're all nice people.
We're like-minded individuals in that regard.
Oh,
lovely.
Yeah,
lovely bit of whiskey.
Oh, it just keeps on giving. Okay, that's whiskey 1.
That's 1 down.
Should we compare?
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely. Yes. I'll stand. No, I'll stand up.
Oh, it's very
It
kind.
seems more convenient for me to do so.
Well, I'll keep talking then.
You keep talking. I'm off mic again.
I would recommend that.
Very professional setup we've got here.
Well, it's fine. Yeah. Well, maybe if you talked less when you were off mic, this wouldn't be a problem.
People like it for the reality.
Oh, yeah, you get a sense of geography of people moving around the room.
Exactly. I'm doing what I say I'm doing.
This is good. I have a heat going down my.
Deep heat.
Thank you. Yes, you'll need my glass. Yeah. No, fill it from here. Don't cross the streams. Okay, we're moving on to the 14 year.
It's the 14 year.
As Rayman pours, I'd like to remind everyone living in Cheltenham to think of security this week. I know.
This will be going out after the races.
Hey, well, you're ruining the moment. I remember a house just down the road from us had a bit of a incident last year when a gentleman broke into the house in the early morning, only to discover it was full of very drunk men who proceeded to chase him down the road in their boxers. And we, oh dear, yeah, we all woke up.
His house?
No, he broke into someone else's house.
Oh, I see.
But he's like, his logic, I would imagine, in the criminal mind was, everyone's a bit drunk. No one's going to be paying attention.
Yeah, you need to reassess that strategy.
People may have forgotten to lock the back door, which they had done in this instance. But of course, he wanders into the house and finds like 8 or so lags all passed out.
Nightmare.
They wake up. First we hear of it is the police car parked directly outside our house, kind of, doing the old disco rave.
Brilliant.
Anyway, so Rev,
this 14 year.
14 year.
Cheers.
Cheers and
cheers, all the best.
Good health,
to you,
etc. Oh, I should have sniffed it. Oh, hello. Wow,
that's a good one, isn't it?
Oh, my life.
There you go. Nice, eh? This was my favourite.
I can see why.
Apart from the 30 year, for obvious reasons.
So as I was raising it to my lips, I realised I hadn't sniffed it.
No,
I hadn't kind of
do that. There's no order as such.
It is. There's a lot going on there.
It's darker.
It is darker.
Bouquet.
It almost has like a slightly burnt smell, but I mean in a good way, like a slightly like a deep caramel kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, it smells. Oh wow.
Good, eh? It's a good one.
It smells like
actually that's better than I remember it.
Yeah, it's like a scary type, but it don't want to be a cliche, but it does smell like leather. Like
many leather-bound books.
Like just running your face along the side of a horse. Just
that's sewing everything together very nicely. Horses and whiskey,
just chewing on a mahogany table leg. It's
that'd be good.
It's delightful. It's sucking on a faux rubber tea coaster. They
should put all this on a bottle, but it's quite a small bottle.
Just sticking your head in a
blender.
Wooden bowl containing potpourri. It's delightful. Wow. You can
proper. See,
you can taste the luxury
proper
in that. Wow, yeah, it's the first one had like a punch to it, like it was fierce. You'd kind of you drink it and
it was an adolescent.
It was a rowdy adolescent with a lot to prove. It was a young race goer, happy to have finally shucked off parental guidance, old enough to get one of those stylish haircuts with the short sides, but barely old enough to shave.
Yes,
I passed him earlier at the station. Wow, yeah, it's very.
Whereas this is more mature.
Oh yeah, definitely like caramelly. Yeah, it's like sitting down next to a heavily mustachioed man.
Oh yes.
In a.
What's he reading?
He's reading an almanac.
Oh, of course he is. He's reading like Wisden Cricketer of the Year.
The contents are irrelevant, but he's whittling with his spare hand.
Oh, of course,
as well. And
multi-talented individual.
Probably there is a greying There is a greying sheepdog.
I'm beginning to think this whiskey's affecting you.
At his feet.
We've both got huge grins on our faces at the moment. This is like me last week all over again.
I'm seeing double.
4 crusties.
4 Raymans. Well, I think if you're going to drink on a podcast, I think you have to...
You might as well do it right.
You have to make it an auditory experience.
You might as well do it right.
I'm actually seeing a spin-off here. It's basically just we drink whiskey.
We drink different whiskies.
And talk about it.
That's a good spin-off.
And we only stop recording when the batteries die, or we do.
Yeah.
Whatever happens quicker. I'm going to go for another sip.
You go for another sip. There he goes. This is great audio, this.
That is quite unlike any whiskey I've had before.
There you go. Is that a good thing?
In a good way,
Oh,
yeah.
lovely.
I like that a lot.
Wonderful.
It's a shame that...
I look forward to you buying a huge bottle of it.
It's a shame that this 14-year-old whiskey is not an endless supply, really.
No, that is a shame, in many ways.
I guess...
But probably good in another, as it's Tuesday.
Because every time we drink it, we are slowly tapping into that ever-diminishing resource. It's not going to be here forever.
You've got to savour these things.
It's very nice. So,
although I probably will drink Tomatin again in some capacity.
Yeah, I'm going to look for it.
You look for it.
Ask for it in the supermarket aisle.
Do it. You might have to go to Inverness.
Might have to go for Inverness. That'd be good.
Don't go... Well, Inverness, there's not much going on.
Go
to Loch Ness. Go to the Clansman. The Clansman's awesome.
It'd be a good road trip.
Yeah.
Did you see the monster, by the way?
No. We saw models of the monster, but I don't think it was really the monster.
Is there a lot of tat?
Yes. Huge amounts.
Huge amount of tat.
Huge amounts of tat. Some of which is now sitting by my television.
Of course it is. It's like when I went to Niagara Falls. There's a spectacular amount of tat at Niagara Falls. Because, with all credit to Niagara Falls itself,
the marketing team,
which is spectacular, it's a great big waterfall. What more do you want?
It is a massive tourist.
What else do you do?
Yeah.
Like, once you get there, just whiskey burp.
Nice.
There's only so much unbridled fury of nature that you can take. And after that, you've got to go to the gift shop.
Well, they had 2 gift shops at the Loch Ness Visitor Centre.
Wow, I bet they hated each other's guts.
Yeah, there's big rivalry there.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, that was good. Well, I've always been interested in the Loch Ness Monster. I've got a DVD about it. I know, right?
Gasp.
A History Channel DVD, which I watch. And the dude from that DVD was narrating the video tour of the Loch Ness Visitor Centre.
It's good to know that Danny Dyer's getting work.
Yeah. So that was good. Joe Swash is still around. So that was interesting.
So when you returned...
When I returned...
The night...
Triumphant.
Of last Friday. We threw you a less than successful surprise party.
The party itself was successful.
Party was delightful.
The element of surprise wasn't quite so much.
It hinged on a number of things. And I guess full credit to Liz for
I had no idea.
Organising
I had no idea.
Well, that was a bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
Then. But
normally I'm quite good at guessing these things.
The idea was that Snowy, who has access to your house...
Apparently. I didn't know that.
Was going... Yeah, how... You don't...
I didn't know he had a key.
Oh.
Whatever. I've got 2 of his.
Fine. Okay. So the idea was that Snowy would let us all into your house, and then you and Liz get back.
Surprise.
Woo! And after you've recovered...
After I got back from the hospital.
We throw you a lovely party. And the idea was we have pizza, we drink, we chat. It was really
nice. We did
do
all those things.
We did do all those things. However, when we arrived, when the big punch contingency arrived, the house was all locked up. And Snowy had gone swimming.
He'd gone to a swimming lesson,
we
were about half an hour late in terms of our ETA, I believe.
Yeah.
Because the flight was a bit late. So, yeah, events transpired and I ended up shouting surprise to you.
Yes. We arrived. No one was there to let us in. Covert messages with Liz.
Yeah.
And she was driving, wasn't she?
I don't know how she did that.
That's quite impressive.
Yeah, she was driving.
And then we had to run hide.
Yeah. I suppose maybe we got back as you were outside the house.
It's entirely possible, because we had to run and hide around the corner.
And I walked in the house. And I saw the balloons and that, and I assumed my mum had done it.
Oh,
because she had been round during the week, and I assumed she had done it. Because Liz had put balloons in our hotel room when we got to Inverness.
Oh.
So that was a nice surprise.
How did she do that?
She posted them, and they blew them up.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was cool.
Hotel people are nice.
Aren't they nice?
Aren't they lovely?
They're lovely. Yeah. They're not very busy at the moment either. The fire alarm went off in that hotel.
Oh.
Nightmare. Anyway. So I walked in the house. I said, oh, look, Mum's had the same idea as you. And it turned out her and Snowy had
covertly
got into cahoots and done it.
Did so? What happened then? Did she say go outside? There's a surprise.
Well, then she said. Well, she sort of explained what was going on then.
Yeah.
And then I saw you lot coming around the corner.
And
I shouted surprise, so that was good.
My biggest worry was not giving you a heart attack. It was more, and I think I said this at the time, the idea of a surprise party always worries me. Because it's like, I don't know what people's normal routine is upon getting back from a long journey. Like, for all I know, your immediate things like, oh man, I cannot wait to take all my clothes off. And
you're not so very far from the truth.
Grab a slab of cheese and, just lie on the floor and do what comes natural.
My plan, my plan was to watch Star Wars and slob in my pajamas and eat pizza. So you're not that far from the truth.
What particular Star Wars?
Force Awakens.
You're just going to sit down and watch Force Awakens?
Well, me and I said to Liz, oh yeah, because I had said to Liz, oh, well, I'll probably come around yours when we get back. And she went, oh no, I think we should go around yours. And none of this registered at the time.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's fine, no probs. Let's watch Star Wars when we get back and get a pizza or something. So that was literally the plan.
I think she said, because Liz said she was really hungry. But weren't you saying, should we order a pizza now so it's waiting for us when we get back?
Yeah, I did say that,
She's like, no, it's fine.
Yeah, she said,
it's
no,
fine.
wait.
Don't worry about it.
Even then, I didn't cotton on. I think I was tired.
Well, we made ourselves very comfortable once we got in.
Yes, you did.
It was lovely.
It's a good evening.
It was really, really nice.
Very pleasant.
Honestly, it felt like a very, and I mean this in a good way, middle-aged evening.
Yes.
It was nice.
Pigs got smashed, but apart from that...
Pigs got absolutely smashed.
Oh, we've given his name away.
Yeah, I was...
No, it's fine. No one knows where he lives.
That's 2 whiskeys.
There you go, never mind.
But more power to him.
We were drinking... I got Kraken. Liz gave me some Kraken for my birthday.
Yes.
The delicious rum.
And some cream soda.
Cream soda, cream Krakens, cream crackers, whatever
the logic being that... I'm trying to lead it in so you can say it, but I'll say it. The logic being is that is the particular cocktail which we drank.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were going another way with that.
No, I was not.
That's what we had at Trainer's wedding.
Yes, we went to look at 2 whiskeys. Yeah, that's what we drank at Trainer's wedding. It was lovely.
It's very nice.
I did a glass.
It's a nice rum.
I had some ale. Very nice.
You did.
And we had some pizza.
We did, and we played some games.
Certainly did.
And we watched some videos and whatever.
Nonsense. There was cake as well.
Cake, there was.
Have you finished all that cake?
Sure have.
Damn right.
Yeah.
I love cake.
Nice cake. I like that kind of cake. Nice Victoria sponge.
I have to say, it was a fantastic start to the weekend.
Yes. What else did you do? We've barely spoken about you, John.
Have a weekend. Oh no, this is nice. I mean, normally I dominate the conversation. I'm more than happy to sit here with a whiskey and just
listen
to your remarkable life.
What a week. I think this is probably the most interesting week I've had in about 6 months.
You've got to,
Generally speaking, my weeks are very, very dull.
You don't want to spread it out. You want to get these condensed.
Well, I had a holiday, and then I went to one of the best football matches I've been to in years. So that doesn't happen very often.
You're going to the races.
And I'm going to the races.
It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
I had a very odd sensation this Saturday where Nick and Ali were away. Lucy was out with her sister. I was alone.
Chill out.
It was bizarre.
Chilling and maxing.
Genuinely, I couldn't remember the last time when I'd been utterly alone. And that sounds sad.
That does sound a bit sad.
That sounds a bit sad when I say it like that.
Well, you got a whiskey in your hand.
Yeah, I've got to get maudling. get a fireplace so I can stare into it. And I just went into town. It was quite nice, actually. Nice. I had dinner for one.
Did you?
At Yo Sushi.
Would you? Oh, you had sushi.
I love some sushi. It was delightful, actually. And I bought a new notebook.
Did you?
Ooh.
Lovely.
Ooh.
Branded?
No, just a plain black notebook.
Nice.
That's all I need.
Nice. Plain. Vanilla.
But I'm lost without notebooks. And then I went and grabbed a coffee.
Yeah.
And I did some writing.
Lovely.
It was delightful. I felt
quite
the adult.
Yes.
I felt. Ooh.
We're very adult these days until Friday when I won't be.
Well, no one will remember anyway. They won't hold it against you.
That's fine, no. Well, we're doing the same as we own to see a Britpop band in the evening.
Ooh.
At the Strand.
The same band you see every time?
Yes. It's a tradition as much as the actual races now. So that'll be good.
I had an idea once upon a time for a Cheltenham, as like a kind of comedy project. A Cheltenham-based team of superheroes.
Sure.
And their enemy...
What would they do?
Their enemy was going to be called the Cheltenham Races.
Hey!
He's got jokes. Alan.
Very good. He's blue.
We'll tell you what, this has been actually very refined.
A refined podcast of football and booze.
Can you think of anything else to talk about?
No.
I think
we got movies coming up, but we'll talk about that another time.
Yeah.
I think we can skip movies this week.
Yeah, I think we can get away with that. And it's good. Whiskey.
We'll finish this whiskey.
Words good.
Words good.
Good.
We'll finish now before we get too incoherent.
It's good. I'm gonna finish my glass.
Okay.
And I think we should just put a pin in it there.
Very good. Wonderful.
So, thank you everyone.
Yes, thank you
for listening to this tale of inverted sobriety, football, as you so rightly pointed out, and the Loch Ness monster. Maybe.
That inflection was all over the place.
Syntax is wonderful. And I guess we will see you in a fortnight for another very exciting episode of Big Punch Classic.
Yes, indeed.
So until next time, everyone, you stay classy.
To Martin Whiskey.
Oh.